He is the kind of actor who makes global insurance companies nervous and leaves countless formulaic performers embarrassed by comparison, a self-destructive method acting maniac. How many times can an actor truly disappear? Not retire, not step away, but completely become someone else in every single film. Some call him a genius, others call him insane, but in Hollywood director circles, there is only one line of consensus. If you want a character to come alive, get Christian Bale to play it. Some actors lose 10 kilograms for a role. He can lose 30 down to nothing but skin and bone. Some train in the gym for 3 months. He can transform his body into an entirely different human being. And what's more terrifying is this. Every transformation is not just acting to him. It is belief. This character is me. Today, we are talking about the man often described as the extreme embodiment of method acting, Christian Bale. In the winter of 1974, Bale was born into a highly unstable family in Pembrokeshire, Wales, UK. His father, David Bale, was an extreme political activist and commercial pilot. Because of his father's constantly shifting work and rebellious personality, Bale's childhood was defined by instability. Before the age of 15, he moved more than 15 times with his family. A childhood without a fixed circle of friends, always living out of suitcases, shaped him into a quiet, introverted boy with almost no sense of security. To his peers, this tall, withdrawn teenager was an outsider through and through. At 8 years old, to help ease the family's financial strain, Bale began appearing in British commercials. By 10, he was already working between stage and camera, but the real turning point came in 1987, when Steven Spielberg cast him in Empire of the Sun. He was only 13 years old, playing a British boy displaced by war. After the film's release, his delicate, frightened, almost sacred performance made him an overnight sensation as one of the most striking child actors in America. But after his child actor phase ended, success did not immediately follow. Instead, he entered a long period on the margins of the industry, and it was during this time that he developed a habit that would later shock Hollywood. No matter how small the role, he always played it like the lead. This excessive seriousness was not appreciated at the time, but he never changed until the year 2000, when everything shifted. At age 26, Christian Bale starred in the controversial crime thriller American Psycho, playing Patrick Bateman, a Wall Street investment banker by day and a psychopathic killer by night. To perfectly embody a man defined by obsessive physical discipline and razor-sharp detachment, Bale underwent a military-level body transformation. He maintained his weight at around 81 kilograms, 179 pounds, achieved perfect abs, and pushed his body fat below 10%. From that film onward, the Rubberman gene in Bale was fully awakened. His body became endlessly malleable. Then came The Machinist in 2004. To play Trevor Resnick, a factory worker suffering from severe insomnia and mental collapse, Bale made one of the most extreme decisions in film history. He dropped from around 80 kilograms to roughly 55 kilograms. What followed has since been wildly distorted online into myth. Claims that he lost 50 pounds in 2 weeks. That version is completely false. In medical reality, losing that much weight in 14 days would almost certainly result in multi-organ failure or fatal electrolyte imbalance. Verified production records confirm the truth. Bale's transformation lasted 4 full months, about 120 days, of extreme starvation. During this period, the 1.83 actor limited himself to 1 apple, 1 cheap can of tuna and brine, plus large amounts of black coffee and water per day. His caloric intake dropped to less than 1/10 of a normal adult male's needs. By the end of filming, his weight had fallen to 54 kilograms, around 110 pounds. His muscle mass deteriorated so severely that even running caused his leg joints to struggle under his own weight. His metabolism slowed to the point of chronic hypothermia, and he often had to wrap himself in thick blankets on set. Production staff, fearing he might die on set and trigger legal consequences, even kept a defibrillator nearby during filming. Doctors warned him clearly, if his body fat dropped further, his heart could stop within 48 hours. At that point, his body had begun consuming its own cardiac muscle fibers for energy. Eventually, doctors and producers forcibly intervened and modified his contract to stop the starvation. But just 6 months after The Machinist wrapped, Christopher Nolan cast him in Batman Begins. Nolan's requirement was simple, but brutal. Within half a year, Bale had to become a physically dominant figure capable of carrying the weight of the Batsuit and embodying Gotham's protector. It was almost impossible. He had to go from 54 kilograms back to 81 kilograms, and beyond, rebuilding both muscle and strength while recovering a body that had been pushed to collapse. His aggressive overeating initially caused his weight to spike to 96 kilograms. When he first appeared in the Batman suit in front of Nolan, the director joked helplessly, "Chris, I asked for Batman, not a very muscular forest bear." Without a word, Bale adjusted again. Over the next 2 weeks, he performed another extreme cut, bringing his weight down to a perfect 86 kilograms. The result was one of the most iconic and physically grounded Batman portrayals in film history. This is Christian Bale's reverence for the word actor, and that reverence was especially shocking to filmmakers in China at the time. In 2011, Zhang Yimou cast him as the male lead John Miller in the war epic The Flowers of War. In China's entertainment industry at the time, it was common for top celebrities duties to travel with 5 to 8 assistants, private vans, and strict contractual demands covering every aspect of daily life. So when the production team arrived at Nanjing South Railway Station to pick him up, they were stunned. Bale arrived alone. No assistant, no entourage, not even a manager. The 1.83m actor stepped off the train in a faded military green jacket, carrying a worn backpack and a simple water bottle, walking just like any ordinary passenger. During months of filming, he made no special demands. While the crew prepared high-end Western meals for him, he refused them. Instead, he sat with Chinese lighting technicians and crew members in the freezing wind on set, crouching with a metal tray, eating simple 10 yuan boxed meals without complaint. This was not just commitment, it was immersion taken to its absolute extreme.